Okay, supposed to shoot this day in the life with the Galaxy Z Fold 5 today. Look, I gotta be honest with you, sometimes you just have those days. Every single night I tell myself, look, don't pick up your laptop because the moment you do, your brain starts activating and then I'm not able to shut it down and then I just end up working late night. So I just took it off the charger, got about 100% battery life at 10 a.m. Like right off the bat, I'll tell you, one thing that I have an issue with this phone is when I get out of bed, opening it up and having such a big screen to like use, it's tempting to literally just stay in bed and just answer my emails, go through my calendar, do everything that I need to do right on this phone just because of how big it is. I gotta resist that urge because we got stuff to do, so let's get going.
One of the standout features for this phone is the amount of different ways you can use it. You have this big full screen, or you can fold the screen to have it facing you, so, you know, it just makes certain things a little more comfortable.
I'm just realizing that we're running like super late. I was supposed to meet Shevon at like 12, so I'm just gonna quickly text him and ask if we could turn it into like a lunch sort of meeting. One of the things I'll tell you right off the bat, like the amount of customization that I've had with this thing has been absolutely great. Like for example, I've tried so many different keyboards on here, finally found one that actually works and sticks for me, which is called SwiftKey. Quick question for you guys. Are you guys tea gang or coffee gang in the morning? Absolutely love it. This is my go-to. If you're anything like me, some days I like basically using my phone while doing these day-to-day tasks. So I'll have like a video playing, I'll be learning something or catching up on some news. Having that play in this mode where I can just fold it and have the screen kind of face you, it's really cool. I love it. And like a nice big screen, then I go like this, swipe up and boom. One of the reasons why I never want to move from here is like literally I come here every morning, I open this up and there's like breakfast packaged, ready to go. I don't even know how this happens. So cool, so cool.
So I began my workday, albeit quite a bit later than my usual time. I gotta say, every morning when I get in there to the office and I open up my email, it is always a shocker. The amount of emails I get overnight is just unbelievable. So I spent a solid hour working my way through my email, and then I got slightly distracted with some notifications and stuff. And I gotta tell you, man, going through like social media or any sort of entertainment media on this phone is an absolute treat. The way that these photos actually fill the entire screen and even the reels, I love how they now fit. Like Instagram's actually much more refined here because previous years we had some issues, but now the entire reel fits here, no problem. It's a solid experience overall.
Let's get going, but one thing I want to say with this phone so far, absolutely love the build quality. Now, that's something that, you know, you're always kind of wary about, especially with foldable phones, and I think they've done a great job, especially this year with the whole zero gap that they have, where the hinge side and the end side, it's all one flat surface. From an actual, like, fidgetability standpoint, absolutely love it. And you just head out like, oh man, it's so satisfying. But I will say I do wish that this phone was a little bit thinner. When you put it in your pocket, it is a little bit thicker, but I mean, it's not too big of a deal. Like I didn't really care about it too much. You got some heat, let's go.
They got me, guys. In typical family fashion, the second they saw me, they just remembered I had a whole bunch of manual labor to do. So I'm out here, you know.
Guys, I'm like literally drenched and we're late, so let's get going. Such a big family, you always have these random commitments and random things that keep coming up, but yeah, we persevere.
I love the fact that this has wireless charging. However, I just threw this on here for a quick demonstration. I took it off right away. As I pulled into downtown Toronto to meet my friend Shevon for our lunch date, he pulled up in his new car.
Yo, let's get that stuff. Okay, let's go.
My guy just bought a brand new car, so I had to give him a little bit of a photo shoot, you know?
What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. Ay, what you know?
Just do it. Yeah. You got a guy?
We are here with still Tausif camera.
Last time.
Team iPhone. You know what I'm saying? iPhone gang. But we outside in Toronto. Tausif down here. But yeah. So how you liking your
Samsung?
Yeah.
It's good, man.
Alright, so tell me 2 things you like, 2 things you don't like about the Fold 5.
2 things. Okay. First thing, the big screen. Just being able to do this.
Damn. Alright, 2 things you hate.
2 things I hate. I don't like the front screen, man. It's way too like small to like type on or do anything with. No airdrop.
You have nearby share though.
Yeah, but I use a Mac, so I can't really. Can you do nearby share with Mac? I don't think so. No. Nah, right?
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe. Peace.
We then spent the rest of the time talking about business and some ideas. Honestly, YouTube is such a lonely journey, so it's always really cool to bounce some stuff off of fellow creators and basically just even meet up. Yeah, you sure you own this car? You're just cleaning it for a bus, right?
Yeah, man. I just. Good job. I'll press that button.
What do you think of the car? I mean, it ain't no Tesla,
Hey,
but
hey. Car speaks for itself, man.
yeah.
Like, listen.
Yo, the car literally shakes. Never go back to electric again?
I like electric. Like, it's a good everyday car, but this is just way more fun.
Awesome, well, I appreciate it, brother. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Nice
And,
meeting up with you.
yeah.
Yeah. If you guys made it this far, Beamer. Put Beamer in the comments if you made it this far. So the real ones, we're gonna see who the real ones are.
back to the better car. All right. Okay, so all in all, pretty good meeting. Got to discuss some things, some business-related items. All right, time to head home. Really want to explore downtown Toronto. The issue is it's already 4:15, and if I don't get out of the city anytime soon, I'm gonna be stuck in a world of hurt of traffic. I think I'm already kind of screwed now. After about an hour of sitting in traffic, I finally got home, and then my wife just called me letting me know that she's gonna be dropping the kids off for a little bit, so I'm gonna be on babysitting duty while she runs some errands. So I just kicked back in the car for a bit. Man, this screen, I'm telling you, it's both a blessing and a curse. But then my guilt started to kick in, so I jumped into checking out my analytics on both Instagram as well as YouTube, and then I went to scripting mode as I typed up some notes for my video. And one thing to note about that, look, this phone kind of lives in a twilight zone, right? So typing on this big screen with this large keyboard, it's fine, but it's not that ideal, right? And it just feels a little bit awkward. You can, however, split the keyboard, which is how I was using it, and this makes it a little bit easier since your hands are on both sides, but still not ideal. And then if you're like, you know what, I just want to type on a regular phone, and you close the screen, this feels way too narrow. So it's just tough because both form factors are missing a little bit of je ne sais quoi. But other than that, for productivity, this thing is fantastic. By that time, my kids finally arrived, so it was time to go. Hey! Buddy, here, let me help you. What's all of this?
Books.
Snake books?
Yeah, all of them. This is your helicopter and this is my helicopter.
Man, these summer evenings with just me and my kids in our front yard, like, man, this is my happy place. I couldn't give this up for the world. And as much as I love city life, I can't live in the city. This is home for me. Like, overall, my experience with this phone so far has been pretty good. Like, as for over a week now, and today I decided to do the whole day in my life with it. See, it went a lot better than I anticipated. I thought I would really miss the iPhone, being so used to that ecosystem, but it's not bad at all. The time is right now 6 p.m. Not bad. Battery life is at about 46%, which is fantastic. So I finally just got back into the studio, and now it's time to finally catch up on a little bit of work, talk a little bit about my experience with the actual phone. But first, I just got a call from the wife. Apparently, there's a bunch of flies I gotta go vacuum up. Long story, but I'll be back. Goodness gracious, do you see the amount of flies here? This is so weird. Weird, I've never seen that happen before, but I guess that's sometimes the price you pay for living in the countryside. One of the things that I want to talk about is front screen is like, it's awkward, right? Most times throughout the day, you probably want to try to use the front screen, because if you have to pull it out and every time open up the phone in order to get the full version of the phone, and then you have to close it up and put it away, it can get a little bit annoying over time. Also, in terms of the actual usability of the front screen as well, there's a few issues that keep coming up. Like on the iPhone, it fills up the entire phone. Over here, you just get these like black bars. It seems skinnier than usual. It's a weird experience. For example, if I'm uploading the story, it leaves like so much space down here just in order to fit the story at the top half. Now, another question that I get quite often is, does the crease down the middle of the screen actually bother me? Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, no, it does not. Now, in fact, when the screen is fully open, I am hard-pressed to even notice it. Like, it basically disappears into the experience. Now, of course, if you're gonna look at the phone from certain angles and stuff, yeah, you can definitely see the crease, but in actual use case scenario, it doesn't really bother me. Another cool thing about the phone is when the phone is fully open, you have the main cameras as well as the screen pointing right at you.
This is really cool because I can basically use like the actual good cameras that are on the back and still use it in like the selfie mode where I can actually look at myself. I think this is probably one of the coolest features when it comes to this actual camera, because then you actually utilize these and you don't have to use the crappy inside lens, which is, at least it's like pretty well hidden, right? Like you can't even tell there's a lens over there, but there is one.
And lastly, I also absolutely love how I can use this like a mini tablet. Just browsing the web on this thing is a treat. It was then time to pack up and head home for the night. Waiting for me at home were my kids, ready for me to put them to bed.
You got your dinosaur, buddy?
And then it was finally time to call it a night. Look, I gotta say, overall my experience with this phone has been fantastic. I've been loving this world of foldables. I know it comes with its slight downsides, like that front screen not being ideal and whatnot, but literally just doing something like this, where I'm kicking back, I have a video playing, I can even open it up in the mini player on the side while I get some productive work done, or I can open up Instagram and, you know, enjoy the reels while watching my YouTube video. It's just mass consumption. Overall, this phone has been excellent. But what really took me by surprise was the battery life. The time right now is 11:30 and the battery life is still at 11%, which in my books is ample. It lasted me the entire day, so no issues there. In any case, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in one of these two videos here.